Hi guys, Master here. I hope you're all having a wonderful day as always. If you're new here, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And if you're a current viewer, thank you so much for watching. So today I want to do a bit of a different video from what I normally do on this channel, which is covering Funko Pops that are trending upwards in price. Now I've seen a couple other YouTubers do this, but I want to do my own version where I only cover Pops in my own personal collection. Because I know some other people do it based off of what other people say or just Instagram posts or the like. And yeah, I have an assorted range of fandoms covered in this video, as well as specific reasons for each figure as to why I believe it is trending up or could trend up in price. Without further ado, let's just get started with the first one. And the first figure we have today is the Boba Gets His Bounty Funko Pop Deluxe. This is a Star Wars figure, and right now it is currently trending for $60 in value, which is a pretty big increase. It was trending for about $20, $22 for a while, but it's actually bumped up in the last few weeks. And I think this pop is only going to get even higher because the actor who played Boba Fett in the actual suit in the original trilogy, his name was Jeremy Bullock. He just passed away a few days ago. What I've noticed is that a lot of famous people who recently passed away, if they have a Funko Pop figure based off a popular character they played, if they're an actor for example, then that pop just shoots upwards in price dramatically. And we saw that with the Black Panther figures after Chadwick Boseman passed away. I think the common one was around $10, and then right after he passed away, it was going for $50, $60, even $70 just for one single pop that was just worth nothing before. And I just find it really sickening when that kind of stuff happens, because like, you shouldn't be profiting off someone's death. It's just really cruel and immoral if you ask me. And just to be clear, I'm not selling this one at all. I really like it. It's one of my favorite pops in my entire collection. But I just thought I should let you guys know on that because it hasn't quite fully taken off in value yet, but I believe it's going to soar way above the initial $60 value in the next couple days. So yeah, there you go. This is a really cool pop, and they actually made this Han Solo into its own pop pretty recently where it's just him and the Carbonite. But yeah, overall it's a really nice looking pop, and I'm really grateful to have it in my collection, but I just kind of disappointed in what I think is going to happen. And the next one we have here is the Darth Maul from Star Wars Celebration 2019. This is one of my favorite Funko Pops in my entire collection because I actually have this one, with the actual convention sticker, because I got this at the Star Wars Celebration Funko booth, and I also got it signed by Sam Witwer, who voiced Darth Maul in the Clone Wars series, the Rebels series, and I think a couple other projects as well. Don't quote me on that, but I know he's really into Maul and the whole animated universe, because they have a couple other people who portray him in the physical embodiment of the character versus the voice. I think he actually came back for the Solo movie as well. But anyway, this one is currently trending for $130. It's increased quite a bit recently. It was hovering around $40 to $30 for most of the year, even with this convention sticker. But now it is just soared up in value, and this is one of the only ones I really cannot explain as to why that is, because he hasn't appeared in any recent shows besides the Clone Wars, which ended several months ago. But yeah, it's just really cool to see this one increasing, and it's going to be worth even more value than what I have it because it has the signature on the front here. So it's going to be worth way more than the $130 that Pop Price Guide said it's worth. Yeah, there's this really cool pop. I have it in a hard stack, of course, because I want to protect it. It's the Star Wars Celebration on the back. Yeah, there you go. This is the Darth Maul pop trending at $130. Now, the next figure that I'm going to cover on this list, I actually don't have on me, but it's just in my collection. It's just, I don't know, it's just in storage somewhere or something. And this is the Alice Cranberry with the Crescent Moon Diner. It was part of the Peppermint Lane line that Funko rolled out last Christmas, where they have all those different pop towns based off of Christmas characters. And I understand why this one's actually soaring so high to the $140 value it's worth right now, because it's Christmas, and obviously with the holiday, there's a lot more demand for this kind of product and all the other Christmas pops. And yeah, it increased from roughly a $40 value to $140 just in the past couple months or so. Right around October 1st, it just started shooting up in value. So it was absolutely crazy. The graph was like this and it goes like that. So it was a crazy increase. Again, I totally understand why. But what I don't understand is why none of the other Peppermint Lane pop towns have increased to this same height. Because I looked at some of the other ones, like the mayor one, I can't remember her name, but the mayor and then Santa Claus, and they're all worth only $25, $30 bucks. So I don't get why this one has soared to such high values while the other two have not. This one was a Funko Shop exclusive, so that could have something to do with it, but overall I'm not entirely sure. So that was just really cool to see that I had that in my collection. It's just worth a bunch of money. So yeah, there's the Alice with Crescent Moon Diner, worth $140. This next one I also don't have on me, and it is the Kevin with Up House. It was exclusive to New York Comic Con a couple years ago, back in 2018. Exclusive to Box Lunch in particular, and it is worth $165, which is absolutely crazy. It was hovering around 50-60 bucks for a majority of this year, and then over the summer it just started to steady increase upwards, and right now it's just sitting right around 165, and it'd probably go a bit higher as well. This is another one where the trend baffles me. I'm not sure what's causing it, but I think it's just because there's an overall high demand with Up Pops, because they made so few. They made the Carl and Ellie 2-pack, and then they made the movie moment, and they also made this one. And I think just because there's such a low amount of figures from that movie on the market, the demand for the ones that have made is really high, which it does kind of explain the high value in this, because people really like the movie and they want pops from it. So there's a high demand for anything Up related. If you guys have noticed, all the Up exclusives for the convention sell out like that, whether it's SDCC, NYCC, whatever, they just sell out really quickly because people love the movie Up. So do I, but anyway, it's just really neat to see the high increase in this pop, especially when I have it in my own collection. So yeah, that's the Up Kevin with Up House, worth $165. This next one here is the Ariel and Eric 2-pack from the Disney Treasures box. It's worth about $75. And I'm not sure where the value for this one is coming from, because I'm looking at the graph for PPG and it's not really going up. It's just kind of staying stagnant around 40 bucks. So I think there might have been some weird sale with this one, but I kind of had to cover it because it had shot up in price a lot on my collection. We can kind of look at the data points on it. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, and I picked this one up from a Chrono Toys mystery box, if I'm not mistaken. I got it for pretty cheap. So it's pretty cool to see this one getting more higher in price. In terms of a reason behind it, it could be because of the Little Mermaid movie announcement. I can't remember when that was, but they are making a live action version of the Little Mermaid. So maybe people are just excited about that and they want to get this pig figure. And I think there's a bit more demand for Little Mermaid pops in general, because the Kiss the Girl movie moment is also increasing in price quite a bit. So that's something to keep note of if you're looking for this one. It's worth about 75 bucks right now, so if you really want it, go get it. And then that's the Ariel and Eric 2-pack from Disney Treasures, worth about $75. Alright, so these next two I kind of want to group in the same kind of overall category. They're both political pops from the Road to the White House series, or the Pop the Vote line from 2016, and it is Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump. Both of them are worth exactly $70 according to PPG. And for Sanders, I'm not quite sure what the relevance is. Obviously, when he ran for president earlier this year, his prop price soared. So right around late February, early March, when his presidential campaign was doing really well and they were winning a lot of the earlier states, his pop really surged in value, and it's kind of hung out around the $60 range since then, versus before where it was worth, $40, $35. And it is still hanging out at that range right now. So there hasn't been any noticeable decrease, even though Sanders did drop out of the race around mid-April, or sorry, I think it was mid-April, I can't remember, but yeah, that was really cool to see, because I got this pop right when it was worth around $40, $35 a couple years ago for Christmas, actually. So it's really neat to see that this one's increasing, even though the actual person the pop is based off of isn't exactly as relevant as he was a few months ago. So again, there was a surge in the value right around his presidential campaign, but after that, it kind of just leveled it off and actually kind of stayed at that high level. So there's that one. And then Donald Trump, obviously, that's almost ditto at this point. He was the incumbent president. He ran for re-election. He unfortunately lost. But yeah, that one is still worth around $70. Again, increasing from that base $40 range up to the $70, $80 range. And again, that's really nice to see, because I like having value pops in my collection. And also it makes sense because he was running for president, and since he was more relevant in the news media and overall public sphere in general, it makes sense why this pop is really high in value. And last but not least, we have the Lock, Shock, and Barrel movie moment from Hot Topic. I picked this one up a couple years ago when it just came out. And this is really surprising because if I remember correctly, this one just sat on Hot Topic shelves for months. and no one was really buying it. It went on clearance and eventually it sold out, and then it kind of just increased in value from there, I suppose. It went from about 40 bucks a few months ago to, yeah, roughly $85 now, which is pretty crazy. I understand why, because since it's based off The Night Before Christmas, which is honestly both a Halloween and a Christmas movie at the same time, if that's even possible, there's a lot more demand for it since it's almost in season. But this is, yeah, that's another thing I've always noticed about Pops, is that there's some that take so long to sell out, but once they do, they just shoot up in value. It happens with retailer exclusives and Funko Shop exclusives and convention exclusives as well. Just kind of an overall trend, and we obviously see that here with this figure. But that is the last one on my list. Let me know down below if you guys enjoyed this type of video, because if you do, I might make it more often and just ask around if people have noticed any Pops that have been just surging in price or something, because I can't just base off my collection every single time because there isn't a whole lot of fluctuation in it. But yeah, anyways guys, this has been another episode of Pop Master. Thank you all so much for watching and have a great day.